Hey, Clear Lake peeps. Ross England here with Clear Lake Guide Service. Got back out so we can do a report. Hope some of you missed me. Actually, I hope nobody missed me. There's some good reporting going on out there between Zach with Live Fast Movement Outdoors. I don't know exactly what he's called, and Bob Tyler down in the Oaks. They've been keeping up with some really good reports. So here's mine for what it's worth. Lake level is at 599. Keeps crawling up. I mean, just a little bit. The creeks, most of the creeks that I see are running barely, but the good news is they're running clear. So, my creek is an example, Kelsey. It's running pretty clear water. So as I looked around the lake since this last report, I saw water visibility, up to 3 feet. It looks a little stained in some areas, but even in those stained areas, I could still see 1.5 to 2 feet. So really not bad. And I'll preface this by saying everything I'm reporting on, instead of spending time running down below the bottom of the lake, I've been running around the top part of the lake to see if I could catch any fish, just to save me some time and energy on these short days. So, water temperature, morning 49.2, 49.5. The warmest I've seen is actually dead on at 52. A lot of this up here on this end, early morning, started in the 50 range, 50.5, and then worked its way up to about 51.5. So somewhere in that range. That 49 was we had a frost this morning, and we had a couple frosts last week. So that's to be expected. The weather's been spectacular, except for yesterday where it was pretty windy. It's just been a pleasure to be out here. So it's kind of the time of year, and it's kind of the kind of weather that, don't worry about getting out until 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, and really enjoy the 12 to 4 o'clock time slot, because as you can see around me, there's no wind, it's dead calm, and it's really, really nice out here. Upcoming activities, ABA is going out of Konocti Vista, I understand. This is according to a ramp monitor up at Lakeport today. And those of you, pay particular attention if it hasn't been communicated to you. What I was told was those of you who are not residents here are going to need to go have a quagga inspection done. I guess this is all tied in with the golden mussel thing over at the 2nd or 5th Street, one of those, wherever they set up on Saturday morning. If you hear this message, then if it throws you in a state of confusion, probably give the bait shops like Dave up at Clear Lake Outdoors, give him a call and try to get it confirmed, or check in with your tournament director ahead of time. So far, there hasn't been a real big deal about the additional mussel to deal with here. So, but that's, as far as I know, that's the only thing going on. I saw one boat today, and I don't know, 3 or 4 boats the last time I was out. Fishing pressure is either extremely light, or I'm just an idiot on the wrong part of the lake, which probably the latter. I'm probably just on the wrong part of the lake. So I've really been spending a lot of time with my Mega Live. It seems like it's worked every time that I've come out lately. So I'm finally getting a chance to try to work on it and try to learn it a little bit, learn what it does. Having said that, I definitely am seeing crappie around on this end of the lake, and some of the schools are decent sized. You know, I can't tell by what I'm looking at by how many fish I'm looking at. You know, probably the biggest school I saw, I would estimate to be 50 to 75 fish. But I have seen a number of schools of them around, and it doesn't look like anybody's fishing for them. I've caught a couple while fishing for bass, but and and they were big, but that's about it. Actually, you know, this is the first week I haven't caught a catfish. I think I've seen them on my scope a couple times, but I never did get bit by one. So the fishing depends on who you talk to. You know, there's a high of Zach talking about catching 100 fish a day. I just have to assume he's accurate, and that's what he's doing. And then you have John Pearl, who's just catching big fish. So anywhere in between, people that are communicating with me are saying it's tough to catch the limit of fish. I'm kind of experiencing the same thing. I've averaged 14, 15 fish in the days that I've been out. And one of them was a really good limit. One of them was just, you know, a so-so limit for Clear Lake, a really good limit for any other lake. So no complaints. A lot of work, a lot of covering ground, looking for fish. They seem to be concentrated, you know, in certain little areas, and you just got to cover a lot of water. It's kind of like Dave at the tackle shop told me. He said, you know, you just put the trolling motor down, and if you don't see any fish, you don't fish. Well, that's kind of a slow way of going, but actually that's the way the equipment works. It's like, if you don't see them, why fish? So I can say that everywhere that I have caught fish over the past couple trips out, we've seen fish on it. So that will be about it. The weather looks good. Hopefully I'll be able to get another report out the end of this week. I'm planning on being out again. So I think that'll do it. Guys and gals, have a good one. We'll talk to you later.